ITV's breakfast programme, Good Morning Britain, made a heated return to screens as presenters Adil Ray and Kate Garraway discussed the recently agreed migrant deal. This comes after Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French leader Emmanuel Macron unveiled their one-in one-out agreement for migrants who cross the English Channel in small boats. The hosts welcomed Conservative MP, Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp, to discuss the result of the migrant crisis, which Kate claimed came after they reduced the legal routes. As she asked him about claims from charities that legal routes are the way to stop the dangerous and illegal crossings, the politician instantly shut this down and disputed, "I think that's nonsense for two reasons." However, before the politician could share his thoughts, Kate interjected, "So the refugee groups and the groups talking about the need in the economy, they're literally talking nonsense?" Philp fired back, "They are, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, we have 9.4 million people in this country of working age who are economically inactive. Some of those are studying, have caring responsibilities, or are genuinely unable to work for health reasons. We estimate about half of those of working age could be working, and we should be getting them into economic activity instead of importing vast numbers of low-skilled and low-waged workers from overseas. That's the first point," as he continued. "Now the second point is these charities often claim that if you have safe and legal routes then you won't have any small boats. Now, that is nonsense because only if you allow every single person who wants to come into the UK, only then would there be no point in taking a boat. There are millions of people who want to come into the UK, and unless you are willing to let all of them in, they are still going to be using the small boats. And for those two reasons, it's complete nonsense," Philp concluded. On the third and final day of Macron's UK state visit, he and Starmer announced a trial of the scheme that will allow small boat migrants to be sent back to France, and in return, Britain would accept the same number of asylum seekers, who try to come to the UK by a safe route, as those who are returned to France. During a news conference in northwest London, the Prime Minister said it would come into force in weeks. Speaking next to the French leader, he added, "Migrants arriving via small boat will be detained and returned to France in short order. In exchange for every return, a different individual will be allowed to come here via a safe route controlled and legal, subject to strict security checks, and only open to those who have not tried to enter the UK legally." Starmer revealed that the plan would begin as a pilot, with reports suggesting that just 50 people per week will be sent to France back across the Channel, although neither of the leaders mentioned figures in their speech.